Hello. Welcome to another Joyful Gym with Audrey Joy. A couple of weeks ago, I attended the National American Christian Fiction Writers Conference. It was held this year in Springfield, Missouri, and I was a semifinalist in the Genesis category of novella. While I did bring home the trophy, it was a privilege to be named a semifinalist, as we were described as authors who have achieved a level of writing excellence. Quite a humbling phrase to hear. The conference offered 3 days of teaching and classroom instruction from experienced and accomplished Christian authors. I discovered ACFW about 4 years ago, and I'm amazed at how much I have learned as I've attended the monthly meetings and gone to conferences. That said, the more I learn, the more I realize I don't know. But at this conference, the most valuable lesson that I learned did not happen in a workshop. It was a God moment extraordinaire. The hotel had what I'll call a technology-forward approach to housekeeping needs. First, the room was only cleaned upon request, which I'm fine with that. I don't wash my sheets and towels every day, do you? I also don't empty my trash cans every day. I do, however, have coffee every morning, and so I needed to order every day to request coffee for the next day. Amenities needed for the room were ordered by scanning a QR code, which was mounted on the wall, which in turn took you to the hotel website. I then ordered what I needed. And the first day, the coffee for the morrow and 2 cups arrived within 10 minutes of me placing my order, so then the expectations were laid out. The second day, I requested coffee for the next morning, and I also threw in a blanket. I discovered that I didn't have any long sleeves nor socks heavy enough to stave off the powerful air conditioning of Missouri. After 60 minutes and nothing, I tried to figure out how to call the front desk. Now, it's important to note here, there's no actual phone in the room, just a phone number on the website of the previously mentioned QR code. 15 minutes was spent on this endeavor. No one answered. At the 90-minute mark, I decided to head down to the front desk in person. And as I stepped out of the door into the hall, I saw it. I saw the cart that likely held all the things and a woman standing in front of the cart. And I made a beeline towards her. I approached her with exuberance and said something along the lines, "Boy, am I glad to see you. I requested coffee and a blanket quite some time ago." Well, I knew this woman had all the things. I didn't realize she was the woman to deliver all said things until she burst into tears. It was well after 9:30. The hotel was full and understaffed. And as she cried, it began to dawn on me she was alone. That someone, or several someones, had not shown up to work that evening. They were the ones who were supposed to assist her, and they had failed to come to work. And I was willing to bet she'd already worked a full day. I said these things to her. "You're alone, aren't you?" Nods and harder tears. "And you've been working all day already, haven't you?" More nods, more tears. "You're exhausted, aren't you?" Another nod. I asked her name. It was Margaret. I told her how sorry I was, and at this point she gathered herself and she found the things that I needed that were on the cart. And then I asked her if I could pray for her. And I did. And she responded with a tearful smile, and she thanked me, and she said, I really needed that. To which I'm thinking clearly, but yes, you're welcome, my dear. I went back to the room, beating myself up for the impatience I felt about not getting my coffee and my blanket in 10 minutes. There's also a good chance, sadly, that impatience maybe made it into my vocal tone when I first spoke to Margaret, even though I didn't intend for it to be. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back for Margaret. She showed up, and she stayed when others didn't come to work. She was doing the job of 3 people, probably. She was there, and she was doing the best she could. My coffee and my blanket seemed so much less important than the utter exhaustion of Margaret. I share this story to encourage you to remember the people who serve. Treat them with kindness. Treat them the way Jesus would treat them. And when they're having a bad day, be especially compassionate. It will make a huge difference to them. If you found value in this gem, share it with a friend and follow me on my YouTube channel, Joyful Gems with Audrey Joy. Or you can follow me on Facebook. The page is This Is From Me. If you're not already a Joyful Gem subscriber, you can change that. You can log into my website, thisisforme.com, or just shoot me an email, audreyjoy@thisisforme.com. Be joyful.